Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Justice for All. It has been a full 10 days since I last recorded. You can actually see the timestamps here of when I saved my games and whatnot. And yeah, it's been 10 days, mainly just because I've been celebrating Christmas with my family. But now that that's over, I can get back to recording. Just a bit of a disclaimer before we get started today. I just got my booster shot today, and so I'm probably going to be filling up on liquids throughout this recording quite a bit. I mean, I usually do that anyway because I do all these voices and whatnot, but just to make sure that I'm staying hydrated, I'm going to probably be drinking a lot of water tonight, so if I'm stopping quite a bit, that's the reason. But anyway, I hope you all are doing well and had a good Christmas. Let's go ahead and get started with Episode 2, Reunion, unnecessary comma, and Turnabout. Apparently this is going to be a bit of a flashback, since we have not yet heard the story of how we found Maya again. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. Fairly vague testimony there. Also, wait a minute. If you're dead, how are you talking? Wait, this is Eight's attorney. There's ways around that. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Any? I finally get to see you again, and it's not your fault. You didn't do it. No, I did it. I killed that person. Why are we referring to them as that person? Why can't we just say their name? But that wasn't you. It doesn't matter. It might as well have been me. I can't believe something like this happened. The events of that gloomy, rainy afternoon that started this whole mess keep playing through my mind. So, hang on a sec. If Maya's saying it might as well have been me, is this like a case of her being a spirit medium and somebody, like, that she's channeling did a murder? Because that's kind of what this is sounding like. June 16, 3:34 p.m., Wright & Company Law Offices. Okay, so this is a couple months before the events of the Lost Turnabout, I believe. What depressing rain. Do you understand how depressed that makes me? Do you? I guess. But actually, more than being depressed, I'm angry. Angry at that weather girl on TV. I think our little rainy spell will take a break with a day of sun, is what that girl said. I'd stake my life on it. Well, it's the weather. But that's why I didn't bother to bring an umbrella today. What nerve calling herself a weather girl. She's going to hear about my $1,500 suit. About your case. Unless you're planning on suing the weather girl. This guy is doing to his glasses what I typically do to mine. I'm sorry. I thought that before we got down to business, we could have some friendly chatter. My name is Dr. Turner Gray. I'm a surgeon. Remind me never to end up under his knife. I'm here today because of this incident. Malpractice at Gray's Surgical Clinic. 14 inpatients lose their lives. Oh wait, this is Phoenix talking. I'm not Gray. Oh, you're the doctor at... It's really quite upsetting. Did you hear me? Upsetting! Yes, I heard you. I agree, it's quite upsetting, Dr. Gray. The one that screwed up was that nurse. It was her that got the medications mixed up and killed those 14 patients. And yet, now listen good, and yet, that nurse had the nerve to go and die before admitting to her wrongdoing. Oh, well, that's kind of inconvenient. She didn't even offer any sort of explanation to me, and this is the kicker. She up and has herself a grand old accident and crashes her car. Smash, crunch, instantly transforming her car into the accordion model. I can't believe you'd be so callous about that. Okay, so this is what we saw at the beginning of the case. That's right, about a year ago, all the tabloid shows were talking about it. Oh, so this happened a year ago. This wasn't just the other day or something. 14 victims of medical malpractice in the nurse's mysterious fatal accident. There were rumors that Dr. Gray had actually caused that crash. People said it was to forever hide the person responsible for the malpractice incident. Why would I? Now, I'm just going to say this once. Why on earth would I want to kill that nurse? Well, I mean, I think there's a pretty good reason for it. She's the one who killed those 14 patients, not me. I think you need to take a deep breath, Doctor, and focus. More to the point, this case is over a year old. Why bring it up now? That's simple, because the situation is slipping out of my grasp. This just won't do. My clinic isn't seeing nearly as many patients nowadays. Do you understand what that means? It means they're not coming to my clinic! You don't say. If it were me, I don't think I'd want to go either. Yeah, same here. This guy seems really aggravated. So, what would you like me to do about it? I want you to help me prove I'm innocent. You do realize I'm a lawyer, not a private investigator, right? We're enough of a private investigator, based on what we've been doing. No, this is something only you can do. Maya Fey. You know this girl, correct? Uh-oh. Maya? Why would he know her name? I heard you were working under her for a little while. Under her? Well, yes, I mean... Hey, wait a second here. I worked under her? Yes. Am I wrong? She told me, so I'm not quite sure if... Oh, of course she would say that. Well, we worked a few trials together, but she went back to her hometown to undergo more training. Ah, yes, I heard. It must be lonely for you. What? Wait, I'm not... She must be an extraordinary girl to handle such rigid training. Huh? I have an acquaintance who knows a lot about these mystical sorts of things. She's the one who introduced me to Miss Fey. Is Maya really that famous? Huh, that's interesting. And I've already set up an appointment. Oh, so they take appointments. For what? What else? A channeling. Uh-oh. I'm going to have her call the spirit of that nurse that went and got herself killed. Oh. Maya, I wonder what she's up to right now. We, the women of the Fey Clan, have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us. I don't remember if that sentence or two sentences were verbatim in the original game, but I remember we had a conversation about this. That's what she told me. I guess she's learned to accept her responsibilities and become an adult. Well, that would be good news. Not counting training, this will be her first time channeling a spirit. So she gave me one condition before accepting my request. A condition? The condition is you, Mr. Wright. She said that she wouldn't do the channeling without first seeing you again. Me? And that is why I've searched you out. You want to see her too, don't you? Well, yeah, that sounds like it would be fun. And so, that is how I ended up visiting Maya's hometown with the doctor. June 19, 1:25 p.m., Crane Village. So this is Crane Village, Maya's hometown. Yeah, so this, I alluded to this in the last game, when we were talking about the localization. This is what's pretty much convinced me that this has to take place in Japan. I mean, that's clearly a Mount Fuji kind of mountain over there in the distance somewhere, and this is a small town that's near that. I mean, there's a lot of small towns in that area of Japan that are near Mount Fuji. So, I don't know, just the way the buildings look and this bus stop and everything, it's very small town Japan. So, it makes it a little less believable that this takes place in Los Angeles, that this would be right outside there. Oh hey, who's this? Why, hello there. What an odd little girl. She kind of looked like she was dressed like Maya. Hey, wait up, Pearly! Someone else is coming this way. Nick! Maya! Yay! Maya, how are you? It's good to see you again. Wow, I didn't think you'd really show up. It's not that big a deal. You made it sound like you were so far away. It looks like the Turnabout Sisters theme song got a little bit of a redo here. There's a bit more background instrumentals. Well, maybe I exaggerated. Just a little. Well, what else is new, right? It was only 2 hours by train. If I had known you were this close, I'd have visited more. No, you're not allowed. I already decided. You know, until I become an adult, I have to work hard and be strong by myself. Oh, well... Anyway, congratulations. I'm glad to hear training is going well for you. Alright, well, let's talk to Maya. Let's talk about the village. Start with something pretty general here. So this is your hometown, huh, Maya? Yup! Crane Village. But I've heard people call this place Medium Valley, too. Interesting. So everyone that lives here is a spirit medium? Pretty much. Most of my ancestors were too, I think. That's probably true since the Fae ability to communicate with the dead is so strong. That is true. Actually, only the women of this village are mediums. So what do the men do? They usually work someplace outside the village. Alright, let's ask about the girl that passed through earlier. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you about that girl I saw earlier. Do you know her? Oh, you mean Pearly. Pearly? Pearl Fae. She's my cousin. Isn't she adorable? Just like yours truly. Cousin? Wait, then that means... Is she also a... Yep, she's a medium too. Pearly's a real genius when it comes to channeling. I see. I wouldn't have known that from how tiny she was. She looks like she's only like 6 or something. I hope I didn't scare her when I tried to talk to her earlier. Nah, it's not you. My aunt drilled it into her head that if a suspicious-looking person tries to talk to you, run away. Suspicious-looking? Well, you're not wearing training clothes, for starters. Of course not. Pearly is my aunt's most valued treasure, so she's not allowed to go outside of town. She doesn't know much about the world outside of Crane Village. Aunt? Pearly's mother is my aunt. Duh. Come on, Nick. Looks like you've finally become a full-fledged medium, taking on your first job. Yeah, I didn't think it would be this soon. But this case, do you know the messy story behind it? Ha ha ha, behold the power of the Maya Intelligence Network! Let's see, 14 people died because of malpractice on Dr. Gray's part, right? And to pin the blame on the nurse, he killed her in what appeared to be a car accident. Huh? So what is this Maya Intelligence Network anyway? The tabloids! Oh, of course. That's what I thought. Ha ha ha, I'm just pulling your leg, Nick. What really happened is the exact opposite. I heard all about it from Dr. Gray. Oh, come on, Nick. I wouldn't take a crazed killer as a client. That's too scary, even for me. Yeah, I guess so. Well, Nick, I've got to get going. It's about time for the channeling to start. Huh? Oh, yeah. I'm doing the channeling in my house, so come on in, okay? After I'm done, we can grill up some juicy burgers. Alright, just like old times. Alright, good luck, Maya. Thanks! Well, at least she's still the same perky Maya. That's for sure. Well, let's take a look around the village before we do anything else. An old bus stop. It says Crane Village on the signpost. Or, probably more accurately, Kurain Village. The buses seem incredibly inconvenient since they only come 3 times a day. There's a phone. It's an old-style phone booth. I can't say it fits in with this area too well. My cell phone doesn't get reception up here, so who knows? I may need it later. Well, foreshadowing, maybe? A giant rock that seems to be reaching for the sky. Yeah, rope has to hold it down or something. Its origins are written on a beat-up old sign. It looks like this giant rock is called the Kurain Boulder. That is very original. There's a really complex explanation written here, but long story short, it's a big stone for spirits to live in, or something like that. Maybe that's why it's tied down. Rustic thatch roof houses where the other villagers live line the street. thatch roof cottages. They're nowhere near as large or as nice as the manor in front of me. It's kind of odd that I don't see any of the other villagers walking around, though. Well, if the men are out working and the women are doing training, maybe that's the reason. Let's look at this house here. The biggest, most elegant of the buildings I can see from here. This is Fey Manor, the place Maya calls home. It's easy to be overwhelmed by its presence. Okay, I don't know if there's anything else. Looks like that is it, so let's go ahead and move to the meditation room. Okay. June 19, Fey Manor Meditation Room. Ah, Mr. Wright, I'm so glad you showed. Some nice weather we're having today. Aren't you happy? No, not at all. That stupid weather girl made the wrong call again. It will rain cats and dogs today, she said with a straight face. I can't believe they allow such misguided reports on the public airwaves. Looks like talking about the weather with this guy is just asking for punishment. But anyway, this is a splendid manor. No argument there. It's hard to believe that this is Maya's house, though. I was given a guide map to this building. Here, Mr. Wright, I have a copy for you, too. Guide map added to the court record. A diagram of Fey Manor. Alright, let me look at that. Curious what it shows. Alright, so we have the meditation room, the channeling chamber, the winding way, and then a side room. So I'm assuming we came in this way, because I don't think we've been over here, and that's, I think, the door in front of us, right? The channeling chamber is probably that area there. Alright, let's talk to Dr. Gray. What are you going to do once the nurse's spirit has been called? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to have her write a signed confession. A signed confession? Yes, a confession. Pay attention. I'll have her write this. 1 year ago, on May 2nd, 14 patients died due to my negligence. And then, on May 24th, I fell asleep at the wheel and died in a car accident due to my further negligence. Didn't we hear at the beginning cutscene that somebody was drugged? That seems rather suspicious. I'm sorry, and I apologize for being negligent. That's what I'll have her write. With a confession, the rain falling on my soul can finally stop. What is it with this guy and rain? Oh, I see. So, how did you hear about Maya Fey? I heard about her from an acquaintance, a girl studying the occult at the college. That girl introduced me to this village. This is the home of the Crane School of Channeling. The home, huh? And Miss Maya is a daughter of the Master, I hear. Master? Anyway, do you see that door? That's the room where people and spirits meet. Miss Maya's aunt is in there now. Would you care to meet her? Alright, well, I don't know if we have much else to do other than look around, so let's do that real quick. A piece of cloth with a ton of finely written characters jammed onto it. Probably esoteric knowledge only mediums would know. Let's see. Here's one in English. It says, 100 ways to save money. Being a medium sounds like a rough way of life. Yeah. Someone with a lot of skill wrote these 4 Chinese characters with a brush. Oh look, here's a translation. Once in a lifetime. Its message is people should value their ghostly meetings as once-in-a-lifetime chances. Well, we'll certainly do that here today. The door that leads to the channeling chamber, the place where spirits and people meet. The iron in this door was tempered, making it very solid. It looks like there's a strong lock on this door to top it off. Alright. Anything else? Here's an open door. This door leads out to the winding way. The weather outside looks really nice. Okay, we can't look at those. I think that's it, so let's go ahead and move to... let's go to the winding way first, because I feel like the story is going to progress in the channeling chamber. June 19, Fey Manor, Winding Way. Wow, this garden is really breathtaking. Someone put a lot of love into it. What is that over there? Is that an incinerator? The last time we saw an incinerator at Global Studios, that ended up figuring rather prominently into that case, so curious if this is going to come into play here. It looks a little out of place in a garden like this. Yeah, that's for sure. I wonder what's up with that. Let's examine stuff. A splendid garden with a small lamp and traditional decorations. It's a bit small to walk around in. Although, that incinerator piques my curiosity. Alright, we'll take a look at it. It's a small incinerator. I don't think garbage trucks come all the way out here to tiny villages like this. So every family has to burn their own trash. Well, that makes sense. Still, it's kind of a weird place to put it. Maybe they don't want it to clutter up the rest of the scenery outside. It's a really old urn. The ashes of a person long dead are inside. It looks like something with a long history. Other than that, it's not very interesting, so time to move on. Alright. It looks like there's a room over there, too. A peaceful feeling is emanating from it. That's the side room on the map, I believe. I think we just need to go in there, so let's check that out. Check out the side room. Looks like somebody is sleeping or something here. So this is the side room. Looks like it's more of a break room. Or a sleeping room. There's bedding spread out on the floor. It looks like someone's sleeping in one. I shouldn't disturb them. Well, let's look around anyway. It's a decorative wooden bear sculpture. There's a plate attached to the base. Kurain Village, the heart of channeling. What the? It's a souvenir. So does this mean it's easy to spot bears here? And for them to spot you? Cool. I wonder if it's like those people who make like bear figurines and stuff as like souvenir gifts in gift shops. Like, it looks like it has a fish in its mouth, too. It's a small alcove. I have no idea what it's supposed to mean or symbolize. If I had one of these in the office, it would end up as storage space. But here, it's decorated with some pretty flowers and a beautiful hanging scroll. Oh, so this is the entire alcove. Who's in this bed? There's bedding spread out on the floor. Is that someone sleeping in one over there? She's probably an exhausted medium taking a break and catching some Z's. That sounds nice. If I wake her up, she might be grumpy and throw a spell on me. It's probably a good idea to not disturb her sleep. I don't know if the spirit mediums cast any spells. This is the first time I've seen a sliding door like this in person. From here, I can see the winding way and the little garden in the courtyard. Alright, so nothing appears to be here. In that case, let's move back to the channeling area via the meditation room. Ooh, this place has some very atmospheric lighting. Fey Manor Channeling Chamber. Wow, it's such a strange atmosphere in here. These flickering lights, I guess they're candles. Good sir, who might you be? Ah, my name is Phoenix Wright. Oh, you must be that good sir. Good sir? Is she talking about me? You are a lawyer, are you not, good sir? I have heard much about you from Mystic Maya. Is that so? Mystic Maya? I am Mystic Maya's aunt, Morgan Fay. Nice to meet you. There's a lot of M's in this family. Pearl is kind of an exception, it seems. Ah, I had wanted to speak with you about a certain incident, good sir. It would seem that perhaps you asked too much of Mystic Maya in performing your duties. Most unbecoming, I'm afraid. Something tells me that Maya is complaining to Morgan. Huh? Don't tell me you have already forgotten. It was not for Mystic Maya and her assistants. You would surely not have won. First the girl that runs away, and now an old lady who says I stink at doing my job. When did I become the poster boy for how not to make a first impression? The past is the past, though. Let us speak of the present now. Ah, thank you. Alright, well, before we talk, I'm going to look around. I guess this is an altar. Whatever it is, it feels very important. A mirror-like object with a cloudy, reflective surface, and some branches of a sacred tree have been set in a predetermined arrangement. Good sir, I wonder if you would please not touch the sacred objects. Those objects are being offered to the spirits. If you were to touch them, good sir, they would become cursed. Yes, cursed. She really didn't have to talk down to me. I'm not that much of an idiot. This folding screen is really showing its age. All of its edges are a bit tattered. The lettering is fading too. I think I recognize a few of the characters on here. Kurain. I'm pretty sure that's what it says. Maybe I'll ask Maya about it later. Probably a good idea. Well, we can look at this wall. There is some empty space behind the folding screen. The light of the candles can't reach back there, so it's completely dark. Okay. We can also pan to the left, but I'm going to make sure that we are completely done here. Oop, there's... We can look at the floor map. This is where the medium sits, I assume. There are 4 panels of this flooring. The straw on the flooring feels a little damp, probably from the humidity in the air. Alright, slide. Let's go back over here. I don't know if there's really that much to see on this side. The meditation room is on the other side of this very heavy-looking door. There's a giant iron lock where the handle is. It feels like a curtain that separates the normal world from the spirit one. I think that's about it. This seems to be all we can look at. So let's slide back and let's talk to Morgan. So why do you add Mystic to Maya's name? Isn't that a little strange? Good sir! Yes! How dare you be so rude and disrespectful towards Mystic Maya? I'm sorry. She must be addressed by her proper title, good sir. You must call her Mystic Maya. I don't know if we're gonna do that around the office. That sounds a little too much. So about Mystic Maya, it is the blood. Excuse me, blood? Mystic Maya carries the blood of the Master. In actuality, she is the only one remaining. Only one remaining? What's that supposed to mean? Mystic Maya is the last of the rightful heirs of the Kurain channeling technique. Okay, then where do you stand? That is a little more complicated. Although a woman of the Fae clan, I am merely a member of the Branch family. Branch family? What's that? It is as it sounds. For a member of the Branch family, no matter her spiritual power, she can never become the master of the Kurain school. So, how strong are you? It is a shame, however, I will admit. I cannot even begin to compare the lowliness of my power to the Master's. So is the Master supposed to be Misty Fae, the mother that died previously? So that's how it is. Alright, let's talk about the channeling chamber. So this room is the channeling chamber? The place where a spirit medium speaks with those who have departed. I don't suppose you'd mind if we observed the session. Do not even think of such nonsense! Only the medium and the client may enter here. Oh. The secrets of the Kurain techniques cannot be seen by just anybody. I feel like we've seen a lot, though. I mean, we've watched Maya transform into Mia and stuff, and I feel like that's a lot of stuff that would be considered secret in this context, right? That never stopped Maya from doing it in front of me. Yeah, exactly. Before. It is also for your safety, good sir, if something were to go wrong. That is why, while channeling is being performed, that heavy door is securely locked. Oh, that's what the lock is for. So today's channeling will be her first? Yes, good sir. Because the spirit of a person who dies in a traffic accident is usually very strong, it is usually easier to call that person to our world. Traffic accident indeed. The channeling will take place here, in this channeling chamber, good sir. As you can see, I am in the process of preparing. Oh, yes. I wonder if you have yet to meet Pearl, good sir. Well, we kinda did. Pearl? She is an adorable, angelic young girl. Oh, that odd. She is my daughter. Now then, what was it you were about to say? Well, what a cute daughter you have. A pure heart that knows not of the evils of this world is a powerful thing, good sir. Please refrain from affiliating with her, I request. That's a little overprotective. I feel like normally I wouldn't really think much of that, but the fact that you're isolated in the mountains kind of adds and compounds that. Adds to that. Well, it's not like I had a chance to anyway. I must insist and stress that you not let it occur. Okay, okay, I get it. Alright, well, I guess we can go back out here. I don't know what we're supposed to do now. I guess we can move... Oh, hey! Hey, you! Hold on now. This gal's got a few questions to ask. I'm sure I've heard that southern accent somewhere before. Oh, is it? Could it be? Wada! Oh, I'll be. It's Mr. Phoenix Wright. How you been? I haven't seen you in, what, a year? You are, Wada hair. I want to say that. I'm gonna say it. Wada hair, was it? Wada who? Wait, you best not be making fun of my hair now. No, I wasn't making fun. I was complimenting you on your fine hair. I dare you say you're one heartless man, Mr. Wright. It was caused by testimony that your friend got out of being guilty. Well, he was also thrown in court to begin with because of your testimony too, so that kind of goes both ways. Looks like you already forgot that. Hold up. You were working with the prosecution at first as one of their witnesses. Yeah, there you go. And came after us as if we were a piece of sirloin steak. Minor detail. Stop being so uptight, letting little things get in the way. Name's Hart. Lot of heart. Don't you go forgetting it. Oh yeah, that's it. Now listen here. I'm here to take some pictures today. Gotta get myself a real scoop. Well, good luck with that. I don't think they're letting anyone in the channeling chamber, unless you're looking to just take some very general photos of the environment. Oh, so I guess you're still at it, being a photographer, I mean. You betcha! The hardest working one out there, I reckon. Didn't I say I was going to make a name for myself as a famous paranormal photographer? Oh, that's right. This ain't no time to be wasting time. Oh, I got an achievement for saying a lot of hair. Nice. Well, channeling's about to get started. Is it that time already? We all should hurry up and get to the meditation room. What are you waiting around for? Come on. A lot of heart, huh? I've been judging her harshly because of that case. But, I guess looking back, we had some good times, too. Yeah, we did. We got to set off her camera a bunch, and we kind of kicked her out of the camping area that she was in. Well, I guess that was Detective Gumshoe, but we did have some good times. Alright, well, I suppose, what happens if we go in here again? Nothing? Okay. Well, let's go to the meditation room and see what new things will be happening here. We will now begin the channeling. Mystic Maya and honored guest, please proceed into the channeling chamber. With this, I can finally swat all those pesky flies once and for all. So here's the thing, if the Kurain channeling techniques are so secretive, then wouldn't they be afraid that a client would spread all the stuff, or do they make them sign, like, NDAs and stuff? Hear me? They won't be able to say a single bad thing about me after this. You would love to hear them apologize, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you, Mr. Wright? I'm not that invested, man. Me? Yeah, I sure would. Mystic Maya, do you have the channeling chamber key? Yep, right here. That is most satisfactory. That key is one of a kind, so please take care of it well. It'll be fine, Aunt Morgan. I won't lose it, trust me. Okay, Dr. Gray, let's get started. Finally, let's go. Click. Now let us wait patiently out here for them. Please have some lovely bitter green tea and jaw-droppingly large strawberry desserts. That's a very interesting way of describing them. Hold on now, Granny. Granny? How come we ain't allowed in that room? Dear madam, you have an impressive grasp of English. From where did you learn it? What? I'm from the heart of the Heartland. Is that so? Then I humbly request that you return to this heart of the Heartland. Well, what are ya? This is Kurain Village. If you cannot follow our traditions and rules, we request that you leave. Wow. That's pretty harsh. Sorry. Wow, she shut Lotta up. Now that's impressive. Now then, let us wait. Wait, what? Hey now! Well, what was that just now? It came from inside the channeling chamber. Hey! That's a gunshot! 2 gunshots. Excuse me? I've heard that sound before. It's a gunshot. I'd bet my afro on it. Well, Maya! Maya's in there! Well, we're gonna go straight in there. Well, Mr. Lawyer, what's the plan? What else? We're going to break in. What? But there's only one key and that kid's got it. We're going to have to break the door. Is that alright, Miss Faye? Well, yes, but there's one matter. That is... Don't try to stop me. You can send the repair bill to the Wright and Company law offices later. Yeah, now that's what I call being a man. Alright, we made it in. Uh-oh. Dr. Gray! Well, it sounds like Lotta got a picture. I was murdered. Okay, well, that's definitely not Maya. She's certainly channeling somebody. There's some eyes that we can't see under there. But she's definitely shorter than that in normal life. But Maya? That man murdered me. So I killed him. What? Lotta, at a time like this? Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she Maya? Step away from there. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. But, hurry, before there are more victims here. Hey, let's go, city boy. Leave this to the granny. Alright. June 19, Kurain Village. My cell phone doesn't get reception way out here. So I ended up using the phone booth to call the police. And they're on their way. Well, that's good. Lottie, I see a genuine, mysterious phenomenon. She seems really on edge because of all this. Not that I blame her. I'm scared to death by what's going on. Well, let's talk to Lotta. Hey, mister. That gal. Maya, she wasn't the one that pulled the trigger, was she? Oh, yeah. Well, whoever she was channeling was admitting that she killed Dr. Gray. Lotta doesn't know that when Maya's channeling, her whole physical appearance changes. Then again, weren't there only the 2 of them in there? I reckon she must have done it then. Lotta, what do you know about Dr. Gray? Not much, but I did some digging. That's one gent with a bad reputation. Really? I hear he's good at surgery and stuff, but his personality stinks like wet sheep. Yeah, we could kind of tell. I sort of got the same impression myself. He's real controlling. As soon as his nurse or patients don't do what he says, he starts a-hollering. Must have been real rough to work for him. Alright, can we move around now, I guess? Okay, good, we can go back in here. Ah, Mr. Wright! Miss Faye! How's, Mystic Maya? She has returned to this world. The spirit-severing technique was successful. Let me see her, please. She is still unconscious. I humbly request that you wait outside for her recovery. Guess I just have to wait. The police are here. Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? You again? What are you doing all the way out here, Detective Gumshoe? It's actually kind of funny. I was in the area for a business trip, pal. Well, time to check out the crime scene. I'll have to question everyone here later on, so just sit tight, alright? Why is he grinning at me? He always does that. Shall I show you to the scene of the crime, Detective Jimshoe? My name isn't Jimshoe. The two of them went into the channeling chamber. I guess all I can do for now is see what everyone else has to say. Alright, well, let's move around to the other areas here. Let's go to the winding way. It looks like nothing new is here. What about in here? Ooh. Side room has some new stuff. I'm pretty sure there was someone sleeping here earlier. Well, it still looks like it. Did they not update the artwork, I guess? Like, how can I help you? Like, so isn't it about time to start? Huh? Time to start what? You know, like, the channeling. Channeling? Oh! No, actually, the situation has kind of changed. Huh? Like, what do you mean? Please stay calm, but there's been a murder. So, like, a murder is that thing where, like, one person kills another, right? Yes, a person has killed another person. Oh, that's, what are the words I'm looking for? It's like totally a bummer. That's one way of putting it. Yeah, after all that effort, that's all she had to say? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to, like, introduce myself. My name is Eenie Meenie. Or Eenie Miney. I'm gonna say Eenie Meenie, though, because in Japanese, that's the way you would pronounce that. I don't know if that's actually how you're supposed to pronounce it, or if it's a reference to Eenie Miney Mo, or anything like that. So we'll just say Eenie Meenie. That sounds kind of rhymey and cool. At the college, I'm researching and studying parapsychology. Parapsychology? That's right. I think people, like, usually call it occult studies or something? Oh yeah, this is the person that we heard about earlier. Like, supernatural phenomenon, ESP and psychic powers, that sort of stuff. That's pretty out there. I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. I was about to say ace attorney at law. So, what brings you here today? So, I was the one who told Dr. Gray about this place. He asked me, like, do you know a good spirit medium? Dr. Gray did say something about being introduced to this place. Because, like, talking to dead people and, like, multiple personalities are my thing. I see. Then why were you taking a nap here? Like, I wasn't feeling good. Huh? I'm, like, allergic to sesame seeds. They, like, must have put some in the food they served for lunch. Oh, that doesn't sound fun. So I, like, felt sick and came in here to, like, sleep. I totally feel like I've wasted my time because I, like, slept a long time. So you were sleeping here the entire time? Yeah, ever since lunch. So you don't know anything about the murder that took place? Like, what? Oh, that! I, like, totally know nothing. So who was, like, you know, killed? The surgeon that requested the channeling, Dr. Gray. You and Dr. Gray knew each other, right? I don't know any Dr. Gray. That sounded rather defensive. Oh, really? Then what was all that talk about him earlier? Huh? Well, like, a long time ago, I was, like, a patient. Yeah. She sounds like she's trying to hide something. Alright, well, I don't think there's really anything more we can do here, so let's go ahead and leave. There's no one here, as usual. Ah! Hey! How are you? It's Pearl. You're Pearl, right? Silent as ever. What's that she's got in her hand? Looks like the key that we were looking at earlier. I've seen it somewhere before. Oh. What is it? Is it my hair? Is it too spiky? Not spiky enough? We've heard quite a bit about how people react to our spiky hair, so maybe that's part of it. Alright, well, apparently we can't do anything else. Is she in here? Apparently not, it's just Eni. A person in the opening cutscene also mentioned Eni as well, right? Oh, same thing. Maybe we need to do something first before we can talk to her. Can we go back in here? We can. The police are busily running here and there. And I don't see Maya anywhere. Hey you, don't touch anything. Look, I really need to ask you some questions. Don't look at me like I'm some sort of uncaring jerk. Tell you what, pal, I'll let you ask me a few questions, alright? Alright, well, let's talk about it. Maya. About Maya. I hate to break this to you, pal, but with the way things look now, that girl's the only one who could have done it. Yeah, we certainly heard earlier about how this place was pretty much impenetrable. The door was the only way in, and she and Dr. Gray were the only ones we saw go in there, so... that is not looking very good. Yeah, only Maya and the victim were inside this room, after all. But Maya is... you can ask more about her later, pal. Right now, I've got a job to do, and that's collecting evidence. Detective Gumshoe looks like a real professional. And yet, something about his expression still looks the same. So, Dr. Gray was shot with a gun, huh? He was shot in the forehead. But he was also stabbed in the chest with a knife. A knife? Basically, the victim was first stabbed, then he was shot. Well, that's interesting. Can we look around now that there's blood and stuff here, or is it just still the same options? Oh, we can't even look at anything. It's not letting us actually examine. Alright, well, in that case, I guess we can try looking around at some of these other locations here. Talked with Lotta some more. She's probably scared out of her wits after having a murder take place right by her. Yeah, again. Lotta?
God, don't let me be next.
I could not read that very well.
God, don't let it be me next.
Eek, don't scare me like that.
What do you mean? You're the one scaring me.
If I weren't so tough, you'd have another dead body on your hands. Mine! Alright. I guess we can talk to Lotta about her any ideas this time. Did you see or notice anything that stuck out at you?
Nah, well, maybe one thing.
What is it?
Turns out my poor stomach's not good at handling this kind of thing.
What?
Curses and ghosts and stuff coming back to get you? This is just too much, I say.
What is too much?
Being an occult photographer. That's some scary stuff, so I think I'm going to try being a celebrity photographer now.
Going after photos more within your reach from now on? More glamour, less gore? What's up?
Oh yeah!
What is it?
I took some hot pictures earlier.
Huh?
Remember, I took some pictures at the murder scene inside.
Act, she did. 2 even. The Seance Murder. I sure like the ring of that. It'll be a sensational story. Well, her tune changed really fast when she got excited about that. Lotta? Sorry, but my journalistic sense is burned inside me. Hate to cut and run, but I'm heading back in. Gotta beat those cops to the scoop of the century. Oh, I don't know who's scarier, Lotta or the spirits. And why does it feel like we've been through this before? Yeah, it certainly does feel that way, doesn't it? Oh, dear madam, you have such impeccable timing. Like, what's all the buzz? Alright everyone, listen up. You too, pal. I'm going to give you all a brief update. Right now, it looks like the investigation's not going to be done until real late. That is a terrible shame. I propose that everyone sleep here under the roof of the Fey Manor tonight. What a mess. I can't believe how crazy this day turned out. Maya was arrested and taken away by the police, and I don't see myself getting any sleep tonight. Alright, we're awake the next morning. June 20th, 8:02 a.m. Fey Manor Meditation Room. Oh, morning. I guess I must have nodded off at some point. I hope Maya's okay. I should hurry and get to the detention center ASAP. Alright, well, we're automatically going to the detention center. Nick! Nick! Maya! What am I going to do? I never imagined it would turn out like this. Calm down, Maya. Take deep breaths. Come to think of it, the first time I met her, yeah, it was something very much like this, wasn't it? It all started right here, in this detention center. I finally get to see you again, and it's not your fault. You didn't do it. No, I did it. I killed that person. But that wasn't you. It doesn't matter. It might as well have been me. Okay, so this is the conversation that we heard at the start of the case. I was too weak, and I couldn't control the spirit's power, so I don't want to bring up the case quite yet, but you don't have to be nice to me. I understand. Ooh, we get some new sad music here. So you're the master or something of the Kurain School of Channeling? Actually, my mother is for now. But, like, isn't she dead? But since that title is passed from mother to daughter, I guess I will be someday. But many people think that channeling isn't real, that it's all just an act. You believe in us, don't you? Yeah, because I've seen it with my own eyes. When Maya's channeling a spirit, not only her voice, but her whole physical appearance changes. It's a supernatural phenomenon that occurs every time. It happened this time, too. Dr. Gray said that he wanted to call the nurse, so I guess this is the nurse here. Maya's body must have taken on that nurse's appearance. What exactly happened in the channeling chamber? I went into that room with Dr. Gray, locked the door, and sat down across from him. Okay. We closed our eyes, and I began the channeling. This is sounding kind of creepy, like the beginning of a scary story. And that's the last thing I remember. What? After a spirit comes into my body, I lose myself, my consciousness. Then you don't remember a single thing? When I came to, I was being held in my aunt's arms. And there was blood all over my clothes. Oh, but I do remember having a dream. A dream? Now I'm really curious about this. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to select that again. Okay, there we go. What kind of dream did you have while you were channeling? I can't remember it all that well, but I was dead and buried in the ground. I couldn't move, and it was unbearable. Really suffocating. It went something like that. I see. I have no idea what to say to that. There was a really familiar smell, too. Under the ground? Yeah, I can't quite place it, but I know I've smelled that same scent before. I guess this is about all the information I'm going to gather for today. I'll be back later, Maya. In the meantime, please make it sure you're prepared, okay? Huh? It? What is it? The document requesting me to be your attorney, of course. But... what's wrong? Are you sure? I mean, I'm guilty. I'm a murderer. No one's decided that yet. But I did. I killed that person with these 2 hands. That's enough, Maya. It's hopeless. If you defend me, you'll lose. I'm sure. Stop it. Help me. Nick, help me. I'm scared. Don't worry, I will. When is the trial? It sounds like tomorrow. As usual, 0 prep time. Alright, I'm going now. Wait. This jewel. This is called a Magatama. It's a magical charm and it's always protected me. Give this to Pearly, and I'm sure she'll lend you her spiritual powers. Okay, so that's what we need to present to Pearly. Maya's Magatama. Slightly translucent, it's small, but it has a deep, profound aura about it. Alright, anything else? It doesn't look like it, so let's go ahead and move. Let's stop by here. I don't know if there's really anything to do, but I guess we can see. Phew, it feels like I've been gone forever. But it's only been 1 day. Oh, that's right! Where's that newspaper Dr. Gray brought the other day? Looks like it's right there. Ah, here it is. Right on top of my desk. This is the only thing he left behind that's going to be of any help. Newspaper clipping 1 added to the court record. 1 year ago, on May 2nd, 14 patients died from malpractice at Gray's Surgical Clinic. Alright, I don't know if there's really much to see here, but we can look around. There's a giant building just outside the window. It's the Gatewater Hotel, a high-class luxury hotel. Until recently, it had been a normal business-class hotel. I suppose the incident from last year maybe bolstered its reputation? Charlie, a quite decorative plant. It's a memento of my boss, Mia, who passed away. The rest of my room may be in shambles, but I always manage to take care for this little fellow. A poster of the TV action hero, the Steel Samurai. Maya stuck it up here right before she left. I wouldn't say that the Steel Samurai and an attorney's office are a good match, but Maya threatened to curse me with some magic spell, so I guess it can stay. Oh, maybe they can do magic spells. It's my desk. I keep it neat for those rare occasions when I actually have a client in the office. Here we go. Difficult-looking legal books stand in a formidable row. They mock me. I think we've heard that one before. Actually, I've neglected them for so long, a layer of dust has started to form. One of these days, I should try to build up the courage to read one, I guess. Alright, well, let's go and move to the village. I have to save Maya, no matter what. It's her life on the line. What in the world happened in that room yesterday? Well, let's go look around. I guess Lotta's not out here right now. The meditation room nurtures all mediums, young and old. Even mediums in training, I'd wager. But it's pretty deserted today. Probably because of the murder yesterday. I like how the music stopped for that, and then now all of a sudden it just pops right back in. Well, I guess we can check out the channeling chamber. It looks like Detective Gumshoe is in here today. I should take this chance and thoroughly check this room. If I'm lucky, I might uncover a clue or two. Oh, hi there, Morgan. Oh, Mr. Wright. Good morning. I'm on my way to go meet Mystic Maya, and I thought to bring her some items to make her feel more at home. Namely, tea so bitter you lose your tongue, and jaw-droppingly large strawberry desserts. You and your jaw-droppingly large strawberry desserts. I'm sure Maya will be very grateful. That's Mystic Maya, good sir. She is one scary lady. Oh dear, sweet Mystic Maya. Pearl wept constantly for you last night, as did I. I know it's important for me to search the site, but I should ask her some questions too, while I have the chance. Alright, well, let's ask her about everything. I would like to ask you a few questions about what happened yesterday. Do you mean that awful tragedy? Well, duh. That man murdered me. So I killed him. But Maya? Step away from there. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. What happened here in this room after I left? Well, first I struck Mystic Maya on the head. To make her go unconscious, correct? That is correct. Next, I performed the spirit severing technique. Spirit severing technique? The spirit of that nurse was inside of Mystic Maya's body. I used the technique to send that nurse's spirit back to the other world. I wonder if this kind of testimony is even admissible in a court of law. Yeah, this is what I've been curious about. It's like, it's one thing when Maya is like channeling Mia in court when she's like beside us and giving us tips. But like, the court actually accepting, you know, that this is real is another story altogether. I mean, it was such a big deal when Misty Faye was being consulted by the police with the DL6 incident, right? I mean, wasn't that scandalous back at the time? I don't know, it just seems rather odd. By the way, what is this room exactly? The channeling chamber. This room was created for the sole purpose of preventing such a tragedy as yesterday. Well, it didn't do a very good job of that. What do you mean? Sometimes when an inexperienced medium calls an especially strong spirit, that spirit may become violent and revolt, as you witnessed yesterday. Revolt? But how? When a spirit enters a medium's body, she loses her will and herself steps aside. To put it another way, the spirit is borrowing the medium's body, good sir. But isn't that extremely dangerous? An inexperienced medium has little problem controlling a spirit. But Maya, I mean, Mystic Maya, that was her first channeling, and that was why I insisted on locking the door. However, I never thought that would be calling danger upon the client himself. I'm grateful that one of our heirlooms was not damaged in this horrible incident. Are you talking about these things here? And that would be that folding screen there. It is the Kurain's sacred writings. Along with the Kurain's sacred urn, they are this village's most treasured possessions. If I ever found out that something had happened to either one, oh, the humanity. Odd for her to be worrying about the folding screen at a time like this. That's for sure. Someone needs to tell her to get her priorities straight. I guess this isn't just some dilapidated old screen after all. So, how is Pearl today? Mr. Wright. Yes? In this world, Pearl is my most treasured possession. When compared to even Mystic Maya, Pearl has the spiritual power to become a master. That's very impressive. Until now, the women of the Branch family have thought themselves to be inferior. But Pearl is different. Her spiritual strength is so great, it's even greater than some of the main family. Yes, Pearl's a channeling prodigy and is the pride of the branch family. You're really passionate about this. Just gonna say, wow, she's really fired up now. In any case, our world is so different from yours, perhaps it is best for you to quit, good sir. Quit? Quit what? You know, it seems like you have the most to gain from Maya being framed from this, because if Maya is the last of the main family, with Mia gone, then this feels like the perfect opportunity for this branch family to basically take over, is what I'm hearing here. Alright, well, let's see if we can find Pearly and give her this Magatama. Little Pearl isn't here today. Maybe she's at school. Well, we can go in here. Oh, hey, like, you're that guy from yesterday, the, dentist guy. No, I'm a lawyer. That's right. Mr. Smith, Esquire. That's right. Wait, I mean, you're wrong. My name is Right. I'm glad we had at least one right pun in this game. Smith, right? Well, I got like 3 letters at least. That's what you're focused on? I feel like that's a really odd thing to call out. I don't think she gets the point. Anyway, why are you here? So, like, I study this thing called parapsychology at this college, and, you told me about that yesterday. The sesame allergy, too. What I'd really like to know is why you're still here today. Oh, so, like, that's what you meant. Like, you should have been more, like, clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. Like, it's really... This music is so, like, great for her. I don't know, it just has this, very scatterbrained kind of sound to it. I think this is, like, the replacement music for the... Bum, 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 bum. Bump, like the investigation music from the first game when we would like look around and stuff. But like it's so fitting for her. That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So like, what was I talking about again? If Lotta ever wanted another genuine mysterious phenomenon, it's right here. Well, I guess we can talk to her about a bunch of stuff here. So, why are you still here today? Like, there's so much for me to, like, study here. Like what? Like, the medium's training, or, like, how they inherit their spiritual power. I suppose. This village is the real thing, after all. So, like, I asked if I could stay here for, like, a little longer. She sure seems like the carefree type, at least, on the surface. Have you heard about the murder? It's, like, totally scary, she says with a silly smile plastered on her face. So, do you know anything about it that might help? Somehow, I don't think she has a grip on reality, let alone what's going on here. About the victim, Dr. Gray. I don't know who you're talking about. Like, wait. I think you asked him about him, like, yesterday, too. That's right, her reaction yesterday when I asked was... You and Dr. Gray knew each other, right? Yeah, she was very defensive about this. I don't know any Dr. Gray. Oh, really? Then what was all that talk about him earlier? Huh? Well, like, a long time ago, I was, like, a patient, yeah. Okay, she is definitely hiding something from me. Like, is something wrong? Alright, well, something is definitely wrong, but, I don't think we can do anything more here. I don't know what we need to do here. I feel like we need to find Pearl, but I don't know where. Do we need to, like, get out of here? Do I need to go back to the detention center? Okay, I do need to go back to the detention center. Maya must be another round of questioning. I hope the detectives are taking it easy on her, but these kinds of cases are not usually taken lightly either. I guess I'll come back later. Alright, well, nothing to do there. Nothing to do there. I'm kind of tempted to find out something from a walkthrough at this point. I feel like we would have seen Pearl by now. What happens if we present this to her? No. What about this? Wow, it's a Magatama! Aw, you shouldn't have. It's so totally not for you. Hey, like, it's not nice to freak me out like that. That should be my line. Okay. I guess we can't do anything with that. Well, I think it's walkthrough time. Let's see if we can find out what we need to do here. Apparently there's something new to check out in here. There's a box here now, which was not there before. Now where did this box come from? I'm sure this wasn't here last night. It looks like a box for storing clothes. But it's just pretty big for just clothes. It's mostly empty, but a few folded pieces of channeling costumes sit at the bottom. And we can look here now. You left the blanket a mess. Are you going to fold it? Oh, I see. So they got away with not updating the art by saying that that Ini was just leaving everything a mess. That's kind of clever. Like, I had a really good nap, and, like, I was thinking of leaving it like this, so, like, it's all set for tonight. Well, I guess whatever floats your boat. Can we go out here now? No? Okay, what am I missing? Because apparently we're supposed to see Pearl. Oh, I need to look at the, there's something to look at here inside the... That's right, we were going to do this, and we started talking to Morgan. We can examine stuff in here now. This is where the medium sits, I assume. There are 4 panels of this flooring. The straw on the flooring feels a little damp, probably from the humidity in the air. Okay, so we read that part. No matter what I do, my eyes keep getting drawn to the pool of blood in the center here. Alright. It's a beautiful and expensive folding screen. It also looks quite old. There seems to be some sort of sacred text written on it, but I can't read it. Okay, so we read that. So what's new here? Uh-oh. This is... It's a hole! Could this have been made by a bullet? Folding screen. About 8 inches off the ground is a small hole that looks like a bullet hole. Well then, I do believe it is time for me to take my leave. Alright, please tell Maya I said hi. Or Mystic Maya. What was that? I mean, Mystic Maya. I will tell her. Okay, I don't know if there's anything more to see here. Looks like we can look at this. I guess this is an altar. Whatever it is, it feels very important. A mirror-like object with a cloudy reflective surface, and some branches of a sacred tree have been set in a predetermined arrangement. I'd guess they were used during the channeling. Oh, that's it. Is the I hope no one is hiding back there the new part of that? Because why is it we can examine all this again? And we can examine this again. The lock-in is broken because I broke it. Okay. Alright, well, I think that's all we can really do here, so... I think that was what we needed to do. To get Pearl. Let's see. Yes! Finally. Yay, Pearly! Ah! You surprised me! And how are you today? I guess she isn't open to friendly chatting. Huh? She's still holding something in her hand. It looks like the same thing she had yesterday. Alright, well, let's try presenting this. Oh yeah, Maya said to give this to you. Ah! I'm in trouble now! If Morgan sees us like this, I'll be the next one they're channeling. That's Mystic Maya's! Huh? She actually spoke! Who are you? I'm Phoenix Wright. I worked with Maya. You worked with Mystic Maya? You're Mr. Nick, right? Aw, Mr. Nick, that's really cute. I like that. Excuse me? I bet I know who she picked Nick up from. I know who you are. You're Mystic Maya's special someone! Not exactly. What? So then, of course! You're going to help Mystic Maya, aren't you? That's what you're going to do, right? Well, yeah, I will. Oh, wow. It's like a beautiful fairy tale. That earnest look shining brightly in your eyes. It must be true love. What? Why am I being boiled into a bright red lobster by this little kid? I'm so jealous of Mystic Maya. Ah, what a wonderful relationship. Okay, she really is, like, super innocent, if this is, like, what she's making up out of this. Well, wait, I mean, things aren't, like, I can tell you're a good person. Alright, Mr. Nick. I may be small, but I'm going to help you in any way I can. Alright. Well, now let's talk to her, I guess. Pearl, are you friends with Maya? I feel very grateful to be friends with her. She's so great. I want to be like Mystic Maya when I grow up. I really look up to her. Wow, I had no idea Maya was so revered. Yeah, that's what we were wondering about earlier, too, wasn't it? Usually when people don't use Mystic Maya's title, I get mad. Oh wait, that's Pearl. I thought that was Phoenix at first. Oh, sorry. But if it's you, Mr. Nick, then it's okay. Aw, well that's nice. Because you're special to her. Where in the world did she get an idea like that? By the way, this may be rude, but which channeling school are you from? Well, believe it or not, there's actually a world outside channeling. Which channeling school? Yes, for example, I study the Kurain technique. Ah, I get it. No, I'm a lawyer. A lawyer. Lawyer? Yup. Is that related to spirit mediums in any way? Well, Pearl, in this universe, you are in luck. I will say that. None that I know of. Wait, are you telling me that you don't know what a lawyer is? I'm sorry, but I have no idea. Maya did say Pearl doesn't know much about the outside world. So what's that you've got there, Pearl? Oh, this? I found it yesterday. If you want it, I can give it to you. Well, I will definitely accept it. Alright, well, if you really want to give it to me. You look like a child at a toy store, Mr. Nick. She not only speaks in a refined manner, but laughs in one too. Black key, an old steel key. A green jewel is set in the center of the key's grip. Mr. Nick? Uh-oh, the music stopped. Yes, Pearls? I can call you that, right? You're too cute to just call you Pearl. It's only like Like, that's barely distinguishable. I like Pearly more. I think that's really cute. Sure, Mr. Nick. Are you sure it's okay for me to have this Magatama? Yeah, it's okay. I was told to give it to you. But I can't accept something like this. All I really should do is charge this Magatama with spiritual energy. Spiritual energy? Everything went white for a minute. Oh, whoop, I missed that. What do you mean? It will let you see people's secrets. See people's secrets? Yes. If it's alright with you, I would like to accompany you for a little while. Ooh, so we get Pearl as our assistant for the time being. I can explain the Magatama's power to you when we meet someone hiding a secret. Alright, well, I think we know someone hiding a secret right here. Let's see if we can use this newfound ability. Hello again, we seem to be seeing a lot of each other today. Aw, she's like totally cute. Is she like your daughter? What? No! How old do you think I am? I want to ask you about the victim, Dr. Gray. I, like, totally don't know him. Ooh, that's different. What is this? Ack, what is that? You can see it, can't you, Mr. Nick? You can see the lock on that person's heart. Huh, what? This is the power of the Magatama. Only you can see these psych locks, or psyche locks, Mr. Nick. Psyche locks, huh? The more someone wants to hide their secret, the more locks you will see. If it's only one, I think you can easily unlock it. Unlock? But how? Please use Mystic Maya's Magatama on this person, and let's remove the lock. I like how we're having this conversation right in front of Edie. I have no idea what she's talking about, but guess I'll give it a try. You must be careful though, Mr. Nick. If you make a mistake, it will hurt you. If you don't think you have the proof you need, you must have the courage to stop. Well, I've got to start somewhere. Let's give this Psyche Lock thing a try. Alright, let's give it a shot. So this is the new mechanic in this game, or mechanism in this game, where you're basically cross-examining someone outside of court, is essentially what this is. This girl is hiding something, I'm sure of it. I guess I have no choice but to remove this lock. Alright, so first I have to use Maya's Magatama. Oh wait, I guess I need to present it? Is that what we do? Okay, so we do this. The victim. Eeny meeny, I believe you do know who Dr. Gray is. I told you, like, how many times do I, like, have to repeat myself? If you're, like, so totally sure, then where's, like, your proof? While it may be possible that you never actually met Dr. Gray in person, I do believe you might have at least indirectly known of him. Like, what do you mean, like, indirectly? I should try to show that the possibility existed for now. So something that shows a possible connection between Eenie and Dr. Gray. I'm gonna look at the profiles, because we haven't looked at that yet. What does R do for evidence? Oh, that just switches back to here. Are we supposed to, like, present this? I guess we can see. Here is your proof. Like, what is that? Ouch. I guess it doesn't have anything to do with it, huh? Oh. Well, Pearls did warn me. If you make a mistake, it will hurt you, she said. So are we, like, getting physically hurt by this thing? If I don't have enough evidence, I should probably stop. I should take another look at the court record and think it through one more time. I'm wondering if we don't really have any evidence yet. Let's stop for now. And let's go
and see if we can find something. Ooh, we have a new scene here. Hey, it's you, pal. So you're gonna be your lawyer, I bet. Yes. Oh, I really feel bad for you, pal. Just this once. I wish I could be on your side. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, but I shouldn't be saying that kind of stuff to you. Hey, you're a cute kid. Oh, Pearl's not gonna open up to him. Haha, I'm not scary. Honest. Wow, I never knew Gumshoe liked kids. Hey, I know. I'll show you something cool. How's this? It's a real, genuine pistol. Detective Gumshoe? What are you doing showing her something that dangerous? Oh, sorry. Alright, well, let's talk about all these things. What about Maya and the charges against her? I don't think you can win, pal. If you're talking about proof, we've got a few pieces. You've got proof? Yeah, pal. That puffy-haired photographer is going to testify tomorrow. Uh-oh. He must be talking about Lotta. Actually, speaking of Lotta... Yeah, where is she anyway? We haven't seen her all day. I took some hot pictures earlier. Huh? Remember? I took some pictures at the murder scene inside. Lotta's hot pictures. I wonder what her camera captured. Well, it probably captured Maya channeling the nurse, because that was kind of the unusual thing. I mean, other than the body being there, of course. I'm sure that's probably the second one she did. Besides, you must have realized by now, pal. There's no way anyone other than Maya Fey could have done it. What am I supposed to say to Pearls now? What about Maya and the... Oh, wait. I keep forgetting to, like, switch to the... Sorry. I wish there was, like, a skip option here. Okay, there we go. About Dr. Gray. The victim wasn't super famous, but people still knew who he was. His face was all over those tabloid shows last year. Yeah, I know. I was looking through some newspapers from last year and... Huh? I could have sworn I cut an article out, but I guess I must have lost it. He's searching through his pockets, and boy are those big. It looked really interesting, too. Hey, do you have a copy, pal? A copy of that article? I think Dr. Gray might have brought a copy to the office when he came by. We do have a copy of it. We'll present it to him in a sec. About Maya's trial tomorrow. I got 2 pieces of news for you, pal. 2? Yeah, bad news and even worse news. Oh boy. So which do you want to hear first? I don't really care. It doesn't change the fact that I'm not going to like it. Alright, pal. Well, the prosecutor for the trial was Prosecutor Von Karma. Wait a minute, didn't we, put him in jail last game? What? Von Karma? Manfred Von Karma. He was an awe-inspiring veteran prosecutor. He never lost a case in the 40 years of his career, and he raised a fearsome disciple. The horrible aftertaste of the evil he force-fed me is something I'll never forget. Wait a sec. But didn't Von Karma stand trial? And that's where the other piece of bad news comes in. The Von Karma you're facing tomorrow is actually his successor. Successor? Well, now we gotta hear about this. So, who is this successor to Von Karma? Literally, pal, it's Prosecutor Von Karma's kid. His kid became a prosecutor real young, like 13, and hasn't lost a trial since. Oh boy, that's pretty frightening. That's what they call a prodigy, pal. Kid, huh? Wait a second. 13? The kid became a prosecutor at the age of 13? I mean, a prodigy like that, I would have heard something about... Oh, no. The kid was born and raised in Germany, pal. That country's got a lot of stuff and is a great place to develop a person's talents. Germany, huh? That's probably why I've never heard of this person. Ugh, still, all it takes is someone mentioning the name Von Karma. And I get terrible flashbacks to that case. Yeah, that's for sure. Stop it! Get a grip on yourself, Phoenix. None of that matters anymore, now that he's gone. Edgeworth is gone? What's going on? I don't like the sound of that. Alright, let's present this. Dr. Gray brought this over to my office the other day, and... Hey, it's that news story! The one about the malpractice suit. 14 patients died and it caused a huge stink. Yeah, but that's not all, pal. Things only got worse after that. You mean the car accident the nurse died in? Oh, here we go. I brought my own clipping with me today. Here, pal, this is for you. Alright, thanks. Newspaper clipping 2, added to the court record. Minnie, nurse at Gray's Surgical Clinic, died after falling asleep at the wheel. Okay, I think this is what we need to establish a connection. Alright, well, I don't think we can talk to him about anything else, so let's move back to the room over here and see if we can break the lock. I love the effect of the inverted colors there. That's pretty fun. Alright, let's go ahead and get to where we were earlier. Where is... Here it is. Okay. Take a look at this newspaper clipping. Like, what is it? A story about an accident? Please read the victim's name. Minnie. Minnie is a pretty rare last name, wouldn't you say? Miss Minnie wouldn't happen to be a relative of yours, would she? So you noticed, she was my older sister. I'm sorry about your loss. Your sister, was she a nurse? Perhaps at Dr. Gray's surgical clinic? Gray Surgical Clinic. I don't think I need to tell you that the clinic was run by the victim, Dr. Turner Gray. Which is how you knew of Dr. Gray. You knew him through your sister. Ooh, we broke it. All the chains are gone. Unlock successful. Ooh, and we got a health replenish, too. Alright, well now let's talk about the victim. Please tell me all you know about Dr. Gray. My sister's name was Minnie. She was like a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. That's what I thought. I heard that, like, Dr. Gray was really tough on people, like a total slave driver. My sis was, like, always coming home totally wiped out because she was overworked. Wiped out? So is that why she fell asleep at the wheel? That guy, like, drove my sis so hard, so, like, that's why the accident happened. The one where 14 patients died from malpractice? Yeah, like, I think that was the doctor's fault, too. My sis was pushed by, like, everyone's expectations and, like, her duties and stuff. I actually forgot what happened here. I don't remember this case very well, so I'm curious to know what the cause of the falling asleep at the wheel is. And that pushed her to her death. Oh, I'm sorry. So, like, are we done? I've, like, already told my story to, like, everyone. You understand now, Mr. Nick? This is how Psyche Walk works. Well, I don't plan to pry into people's hearts unless I absolutely need to. The lock this time was pretty easy, but you might meet people who aren't as willing to give in later on. If you don't have enough proof, be careful and know when to stop trying. Alright, well, I think we've established that now that we failed once. So where do we go now? Back to the detention center, I guess? I guess we can try that. Oh, we can go here. There's something going on here. Mr. Nick! What's wrong? I have never left Crane Village. Really? Wow, that's pretty amazing. You are going to meet with Mystic Maya, aren't you? Please tell her I said hi. We will. Hey, wait! She ran off, again. Well, I know Eni's secret now, but I still don't have any idea how I'm going to save Maya. I don't even know if I should go in there with a smile or a straight face. Well, there's only one place left to go, and I think it's here. Yeah. We've exhausted everything we can do at Crane Village. What am I supposed to do? I'm almost out of time. Can I really do anything? Can I really save her? Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? Must be Maya. It's been a long time, hasn't it, Phoenix? That voice! Mia! Even without me being here, it looks like you've learned to stand on your own. Mia, she's Maya's older sister and my mentor. She was a top-notch defense lawyer, but a certain case forced her into retirement. Yeah, I remember that day. But whenever I'm in trouble, she comes to help, just like this. Her spirit comes back from the other world and borrows Maya's body for a bit. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face in front of your client. A lawyer is someone who smiles, no matter how bad it gets, and especially when it's bad. Mia, you can't smile at the end if you haven't been smiling the whole way there. In any case, the face you're making now is no face to show a client, Phoenix. So tell me all about it. I'm going to guess that my sister is in a lot of trouble again. I told her everything about what had happened in the last 2 days. Mia closed her eyes, deep in thought, while she listened. I see. Mia, what am I supposed to do? It's pretty clear what a good lawyer does in this situation. And that is? Tell me, please. Believe in your convictions. And fight for the complete acquittal of your client. You think Maya's not guilty? How can you be so sure? I know she is, and I'll give you a hint as to why. Yes? Mediums can't have dreams. Really? That's a very oddly specific thing to bring up, or have as part of the lore. So, like, are they suggesting that Maya was taken somewhere and actually buried in a place where she smelled something? They can't? From what you told me, it sounds like Maya was having a dream while channeling. Yeah, she said she dreamt that she had died and had been buried in the ground. But that is impossible. You've heard it from her, I'm sure. When a medium channels, her own spirit disappears. Which means that it's impossible for her to dream during that time. Oh, okay, so they're talking about during the channeling. I thought she meant, like, in general. Then, what does this mean? I think it's safe to bet that Maya was set up. A setup? It's up to you to blow the lid on this case for tomorrow. And show how she was set up. How am I supposed to prove her innocence when I have nothing to go on? If you're looking for a clue, it's already in your hands. It is? Just as it sounds, Phoenix, you already hold the key. Are you talking about the literal steel key? Really? Come on. Show me the key to this case. The key, huh? Alright, I'll show it to her, the key I hold. Mia, have you seen this key before? Ah, the key. It's literally the key to understanding everything that's happened in this case. Phoenix, listen. Right now, that key is sitting in your hand. However, it shouldn't be. It contradicts the facts. What does she mean? I'm certain this key will be the piece of evidence that makes your case tomorrow. Curious on what she means by that. You already know everything you need to know. You know what the key to this case is. That is enough. But... how can I win tomorrow without knowing who the real murderer is? Who could have... I didn't know it at the time. But this day was going to end with a turn for the surprising. Oh my. Mia? What? What's wrong? That's right, only I can see the psyche locks. Which means Mia must know something about the real murderer. But for this to be something that she would hide under lock and key from even me, What in the world is going on? What indeed? Alright, well that was a very long episode, but I hope you enjoyed it. That was certainly a really interesting introduction to the case. For one, we actually had the murder incident happen during investigation, and we have a closed room kind of situation here, which is not looking good for Maya. So tomorrow we're going to take on, or next time we're going to be taking on part 2-1 of the trial. So let's go ahead and stop for now. But until next time, thanks.